You're having the same dream. Here's why. You are not respecting the message of the dream. That's it. That is pretty much why. You're having the same dream because there is a greater message in the dream that you're not paying attention to, and it is asking you and begging you to pay attention to it. And even if the message that you are getting from this dream seems extremely minor, insignificant, there's something underneath that is mirroring your waking dream. Your dreams are always a mirror to your waking dream. They're also a mirror to your other lives that you are simultaneously living, but we'll get into that in another video because that's a whole video in itself. But first of all, why are you having the same dream? I'm sure that it's driving you crazy that you're having the same dream. It's bringing up the same emotions within you. It's triggering you now, or it feels redundant, like you get it, you think you get it, but you're not getting it. So I'm going to tell you about why this mirror to your life will not go away. Say that you keep having this dream of climbing this mountain, and every time that you're almost to the top of the mountain, you slip and fall down on some rocks, and you never make it to the top. Maybe that's exactly where you wake up. And maybe there's something different each time. Maybe it's daytime in one, dream, and then the next night it's nighttime, but it's happening over and over the same dream. It's almost like you feel like, all right, I get it. I'm not making it to the top. There's something in the way. There's something that you need to slow down and pay attention to. It could be, what kind of shoes do you have on? It could be, how do you feel when you're climbing the mountain? Are you excited to climb this mountain? Are you dreading climbing this mountain? Is there something that is preoccupying your mind while you're climbing this mountain? Like maybe you're thinking about, all right, I got to climb this mountain so I can get down to the other side so that I can get to work the next day and pay my bills. There's something in this recurring dream that you're not paying attention to. And it's because you need to drastically slow down. So I know what maybe you're going to say. You're going to say that in my dreams, I'm not aware enough to slow down. I'm having these dreams and that's it. So my challenge to you then is to, in this conscious life that you are in now, your waking life, your waking dream, I want you to slow down when you start to feel the same emotions that maybe you're feeling in that recurring dream. So say it's the mountain thing, and in order to get to work, you have to take the subway, which is 45 minutes, and then walk 3 blocks to your office. And that is the mirror of the mountain. And there's part of you who doesn't even want to go into your office building in the morning because you hate your job. And so you slipping on the rocks in the dream is you never getting to the top. It's something that you're avoiding doing because you don't really want to do it, right? And so maybe the wisdom that is in the dream, the cycle that you need to pay attention to is that here you go again. You've put yourself in a position where you're struggling to just do the thing that you don't even want to do. You don't like this job. You don't like how you're treated at this job. Maybe it's time to move on. It's the end of this cycle. We're asking you to pay attention to why you're not reaching the top, or why it's so difficult just to walk through those front doors of your job. Your dream is asking you to pay attention to this. Pay attention to what you're feeling, why it's so difficult in this dream. How do you feel when you wake up after having this dream? What are the thoughts that then, carry on through your day about this dream? Is everything a burden? Do you feel like you're not gaining any traction, like you don't feel like you're successful, or you don't feel like you have the right foundation to get to the top? There's so many ways to look at it, and I will say this over and over, only you will know, because your dreams are going to speak your language. So this is just an example of how to really slow down and dissect the core wisdom that this recurring dream is trying to give you. But you're only going to really know the meaning of it, right? you're going to be able to look at the psychology of your history, your past, the people in your lives, your childhood trauma, all the things that lead you to have this kind of dream. And the mountain itself. Maybe you used to go camping as a kid, and so mountains are something that are going to alert your attention. Because that's the other thing with dreams, is that there will always be, especially in dreams that you really need to pay attention to, there's always going to be a trigger. Someone's going to stop you, and or their face is going to look familiar, or you're going to see your grandfather. Like something is going to alert your awareness so that you pay attention in the dream, and it's what you're going to remember when you wake up. And everything else, like the flying elephants and the very random things that you may see in your dream, they're going to be passing kind of like in your waking life, where you're just on the subway and everyone is kind of just getting on and off. You're not paying attention to every single person, but there's someone who walks on and they have the same color coat on as you. So you pay a little extra attention to it. It's a trigger that's going to wake your awareness up to say, pay attention to what this person is about to do. Or, pay attention to something that's in their hand or a word on their bag. It's the same thing in your dream state. So maybe this mountain is the trigger, or maybe you slipping on the same size rock is the trigger that's going to alert you. So now you have another dream where maybe you are just walking down the street, but you slip on the same kind of rock. And there's something that's going to happen right after that so that you remember. So we give ourselves these little triggers to say, all right, there it is, pay attention right now. And right there is the wisdom. Right there is what you need to learn, reflect on, and slow down with to get the message. And to end that cycle, right? Because perhaps usually that cycle is saying, it's time for this cycle to be paid attention to so that we can move on to the next cycle and we don't have to keep repeating this. Maybe you have a cycle of taking jobs only for the financial security and never for like a long-term goal of yours, like a passion of yours. And so this is yet again another job that you've taken where now you have to spend all this time on the train and walk in the snow, all these blocks to get to this job that you hate. And we're trying to show you that you're not going to make it to the top. You don't even really care about making it to the top, because every time you slip on the rock, you can simply get back up and make it to the top, but your dream ends right there, because that's all that we need you to know, is that you're not going to make it to the top. This feeling that you have, sit with it and say, why do I not even really want to go through those doors? When I wake up in the morning, I'm not excited to go into this job. Is it the type of job? Is it the people there? Is it how I feel just in my commute? Maybe I need to move out of the city. Maybe I need to take a different way. Whatever you need to do to try and end this cycle, this message that's coming through to you, whatever you need to do to say, all right, I respect the dream. I respect the dream. I respect the message. And I am going to absorb whatever information I'm getting from this. I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to write the ending to this dream. So you would then write, I make it to the top of the mountain and I look around and I don't like what I see. I see a different mountain I want to climb, and I climb back down. Or you say, I walk up the mountain and I slip on the rock. And I look at the top of the mountain and I see my boss up there. And I realize, I don't like my boss. I don't like this job. I'm going to go down the mountain now. Consciously write this out. Consciously imagine this and allow yourself to finish that cycle. Finish that dream. And I'm going to make a whole nother video on finishing your dreams and how powerful this method is to healing, to impacting your life, changing the lives of the people around you. I have a really amazing story about that, but that may be like my next video. But yes, finish your dream. Write it out, envision it, whatever you need to do to finish that dream and end that cycle. I also want to say that recurring dreams, they are asking you to be present. Really, the more present you are in your waking dream, in your sleeping dream, those mirrors are going to line up, and you're going to realize that everything that you see around you begins to blend into each other as this one moving illusion. And I say that in the most respectful way, that this illusion is an absolutely powerful experience that we're having on this earth, in our dream state. We have the ability every night for free, and it's something no one can take from you. This ability to travel and to learn from this like cosmic library of information in our dreams, experiences in our dreams that we feel we can't have here. But because our mind is out of the way in our dream state, we're able to really say, all right, I've been ignoring this huge problem for many years, and I'm tired of having this dream, and I'm going to make the change. Or I've been ignoring this part of me, this passionate part of me, and because of this dream, I need to just, face it and accept it and make changes so that I can live that passionate life that I want to live. You may even think that, all right, my dream is very, like the recurring dream that I have doesn't seem that important. So maybe it's, I heard this girl say that the only dreams that she has are going to Walmart and going shopping at Walmart for like underwear and apples and groceries. And I was thinking how she better pay attention to that. If that's the type of dream that she's having over and over, although it seems mundane, there is something there. If she slows down and she becomes aware of it and she looks around and says, why am I in Walmart again? If she can say that in her dream state, become hyper aware and say, what am I doing here? And she can, maybe if she has to do it when she wakes up, or she becomes more aware of it in the dream state and walks out of Walmart if she doesn't want to be there anymore. Or I got my stuff and I'm going to leave. Or this isn't mundane. I'm supposed to meet someone here, and waits there and decides to be extremely present in that moment and waits and sees who she's supposed to meet. You can do this in your dream state, kind of how I was saying, writing it down, finishing that dream in your waking state. Sorry. Then you can also do this in your dream state, of course, if you become more aware of it. But you can also do this in real life by walking around and going to Walmart. Go to Walmart and be extremely present there at Walmart and say, all right, I'm here in this dream state, in this mirror to or I'm here in my waking state, my waking dream, a mirror to this dream that I keep having. And I'm going to get my apples. I'm going to get the other things that I need. And I'm going to stand here and be extremely present, because sometimes our dreams are just saying, you're not paying attention to your life. Will you please pay attention to your life? Will you please look around and stop being on autopilot and just doing the thing and going home and then doing more things and then going to sleep? Really slow down. Be in slow motion. In your dreams, be in slow motion. I'm kind of like at the point in myself where my dreams sometimes move so fast. I'm having so many experiences all at once, even before I fully fall asleep. I'm having slight, in between dreams, which could feel like visions, but I'm also kind of perceiving them as dreams already, to the point where I have to stop them and slow down and kind of walk into that portal, walk into that space. And you can do that as well. As you're falling asleep, say to yourself, okay, if this recurring dream comes up, I'm ready to, say it's the mountain one, I'm ready to climb down, or I'm ready to see what's at the top. I'm ready to get up after I fall and still continue to the top to finally finish this dream. Whatever it is for you, do it in slow motion, extremely, extremely present. And watch what happens. Okay, last thing I want to say is that in the end, the code that you are being downloaded with is presence, timelessness, and gratitude. So presence we kind of went over. Timelessness is essentially the hyper slowing down, right? The intensely slow motion, the intense slow motion of those moments of that dream, so you can observe fresh. And then gratitude for this experience. So when we're being asked to slow down, what we're really being asked is to stop trying to rush through our blessings. And each challenge that we come across in our life is a blessing. And so as you slow down, as you become timeless, you are being grateful. And you're saying, I'm so present that there's no choice but to be in gratitude for this challenge, so that I can, it's like your ego wants to run from the challenge. The ego says, this is just too much for who I am, and my little self just cannot handle this. Whereas your spirit, your soul is like, it just knows its expansiveness can handle anything. And it's like, all right, we wanted this challenge. We asked for challenges. Here's one. Let's step into our, awakened warrior and this awakened like dream warrior, and let's meet it head on. Let's really see what it's about. And as you do that in your dream state, you're going to be even more of that warrior in your waking state, in your waking dream. You're going to walk into your job with a different, like pep in your step. And you're going to say, you know what, you're not going to speak like that to me, boss. And this is no longer a mountain I want to climb. And if it is a mountain you want to climb, you're going to climb it different. You're going to fall down, you're going to get back up, and you're going to make it to the top. Whatever it is for you, your ego wants to run from it, but your soul wants to be so present with it that it absorbs the entire wisdom it's offering. And so my challenge for you is to try that before you have this dream again. Try writing down a different ending, and finishing that dream, whether it's in your head, whether it's right before you're going to sleep, you kind of imagine yourself having this dream again. It doesn't really matter. It's you slowing down with it, remembering this dream, writing it down, creating a different outcome, creating the outcome you want, and even writing the mirror that you see happening in your life. Write the feelings that are coming up for you, what you're being triggered with, who's in the dream, what are they saying to you, all the things. Write it down and pay attention to it. Look at that dream with so much love and appreciation that it is like a well of wisdom for you, a once in a lifetime opportunity to say, this dream will not leave me alone. I will not leave myself alone about this. Time to look at it. And you got it. You will come out with a new understanding of yourself, an absolutely life-changing understanding of yourself, I promise. Even if it's just you heading to Walmart, you will meet someone in that dream, or you in your waking dream, you will go to Walmart in real life and you will meet someone and you will understand that dream in a whole new way. So thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next video.